That's what I'm talking about.
Birds, Fly Talk fans, what is going on? The dawn of week 3 is upon us. It's your host, Kevin Taylor here, and we are back to pretty much go over the Giants matchup here. So look, I know a lot of you, when it comes to that Giants rivalry there, a lot of you dislike the Giants a lot. Me personally, you guys know I hate the Cowboys. That's the matchup there that really gets my blood pumping. Although I'm not going to say that I don't like playing the Giants. It's just that, the Cowboys are the ones I hate the most. I can kind of respect the Giants, and here's why. Because most of them are from North Jersey or New York, and so they support their home team. It just is what it is. It's a great rivalry, and that's how I look at it. Personally, that's just me. So, don't jump at me and tell me, I hate the Giants. I understand, but look, just me personally, I hate the Cowboys more. That's just how I am. I don't like them. All right. So anyway, we're gonna call this show Foe Factor. Right here, we're gonna get down with our foes. We're gonna try to understand the matchup and all of that. So that's as far as I'm gonna explain that. Obviously, it's a sports show, so we interview other people, right? That's sports. That's sports TV. That's it. Obviously, we have aspirations to be a sports network, so that's what we do, period. That's all I'm going to say on that. Trying to do the right thing here, trying to have respect, all right? So anyway, moving on. Hopefully we can put that behind us. But moving on, obviously, you know how we do. So this is Foe Factor. We are going to start out strong here today. We have owner of NYG.Territory on Instagram. That's, again, owner of NYG Territory on Instagram. His name is Stefano. The dude has almost 20,000 followers on there. And he personally is my source for Giants news that I need it when I need it like that. And I need to know, hey, is the Jackrabbit playing tomorrow? Is Odell's ankle fine? Did Odell dance 2 seconds ago? I look at his page. I'm like, break it down for me. Let me know what's good. And that's where I get my information from, aside from Twitter and all those other facets, right? So we've got Stefano. He's going to jump on the show with us today, and he's going to give his thoughts for his followers and obviously Eagles fans out here, and we are going to jump into it that way. So without further ado, let's get Stefano on the line. Stefano, are you there? Do you read me?
Here.
Hey, man, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Excellent. I am great. So look, once again, thanks for being on the show. We know that this is a big matchup. So when it comes to playing the Eagles, how pumped up do you get for the game?
I mean, you guys always beat us, so I don't get that pumped sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely understand how it means. The matchups definitely at home here have not favored you guys in the last 3 years. I think we've won 3 straight. Is it 3 or 4 straight now? It's 3 straight, yeah. So I definitely understand that, and I think we've won 2 of the last 3 in your house. But I personally am a realist, and if I were to say that I wasn't afraid of you guys with the matchup coming in here, I would be lying to you. How do you feel overall in your season as the Giants are progressing? You guys are 0-2 now, kind of unexpected. What's your outlook right about now?
I'm disappointed, man. This team has a lot of talent, too much talent to be 0-2.
Yeah, so what is up with that? So your team doesn't address the offensive line. Eric Flowers is obviously a liability. Did that concern you at all before the season? Did you guys kind of see that coming?
Definitely.
Yeah. So
100%.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of straight. It's like a straight arrow, it's you guys didn't address it, and now it's a liability. Kind of understand the Eagles have their own little offensive, issues, so to speak. I won't get too far into that because we might touch on it later depending on what your matchup is. But where do you see the Giants season going thus far? Do you think it's a wash? Do you still have hope? Do you think they can pull it together? How do you feel about it?
Well, if we lose this week, I think it's 0-3 is too big of a hole to go into the playoffs, especially with the schedule that we have. It's really tough.
Right.
So I mean, I think this week is definitely a must-win if we want to go to the playoffs. But it's not looking good.
Wow.
To be honest.
So I mean, I'm gonna definitely ask for your honest score prediction. Last week, I didn't have faith that the Eagles could go into Kansas City and get it done. It's just the reality of it. Although we root for our teams, people here on YouTube, listen, we don't always like we sometimes we know like if I'm a betting man, I'm not going to put money on my team to go into a powerhouse and win on the road. It's not logical. And it sounds like Stefano here is kind of a logical man. But anyway, I want to get your thoughts on one key matchup you see that's going to tilt the difference between this game. Like if the Giants are going to win this game, what matchup do you guys have to win?
We have to win the offensive line versus defensive line battle. If our offensive line doesn't protect Eli, it's going to be an ugly game. Honestly, it's going to be very, very ugly.
Hey, you are spitting facts, my man. Like and it's kind of vice versa. But you know what we have, like our defensive line wreaks havoc. And, I mean, I saw some of the hits Eli took last week. Definitely not the norm for him. Very scary, to be quite honest. But with that being said, if you guys can limit that, Eli will pick any defense apart when given the opportunity, especially if Odell Beckham is healthy. And for me, it's personally we have to take full advantage of that offensive line of yours. So we're kind of on the same page there. So with that, I mentioned Odell Beckham. Do you think he's at 100%? Like what impact do you see him having in this game today?
I'd say he's about at 80% right now.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Like last week, he was running well, but you could kind of see that he wasn't like himself.
Yeah,
like
for sure, a little less explosive. Yeah, I definitely saw that. I mean, personally, I think Odell is one of the greatest athletes to ever suit up in a football uniform. So even when he looks explosive, like back on Monday night against the Lions, he's not 100%. That was obvious. That was clear. Anyone who, watches football like that can definitely see that. But with that being said, if he is at 85%, he's still a threat in my eyes. But definitely, we'll take anything. If he's not 100%, hey, we'll take it. But anyway, with that too, have you heard anything else about Janoris Jenkins, Jackrabbit? Do you know if he's going to play? Like, how do you feel about that?
Well, I saw reports on Twitter of him saying that he's definitely not going to play. And then I saw he posted on his Instagram, he's posted like good news or something or good progress. So it's like, I'm really not sure at this point. Yeah,
it's all over the place. So I guess we're going to see, we'll see what happens. Maybe he will play, maybe he won't. The Eagles obviously have to prepare like he is going to play. But if he doesn't, I mean, hey, once again, we'll take it. The Eagles obviously have a lot of injuries. You guys, as Eagles fans, know that, Rodney McLeod, Watkins, who else? Corey Graham. Our secondary is kind of depleted right now. So we're definitely in the same boat there. We're going to be undermanned, and we definitely have to step up. But listen, guys, before I let you go, Stefano, can I get a score prediction and obviously a winner for this game? What do you honestly think is going to happen in this game?
I have the Eagles 20-10.
20-10 for the Eagles.
Yeah.
Wow. So, hey, that's an honest prediction from Stefano there. 20-10, he's got the Eagles winning this game. I, too, have the Eagles winning this game 21-7. That's how, I think it's going to be 21-7. I think, the Eagles will let up some scores, but I think that defense is going to definitely give Eli no time. But Stefano, want to thank you for being a guest on the show today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. We really appreciate it. Look, if you guys do not follow nyg.territory on Instagram, please, get your faculties, go on Instagram, type it in, and give Stefano a follow. Listen, it's not just about following Eagles pages, all right? Because you need to kind of know your enemy. You need to, it's football news, and if it's being supplied, why not follow it? I mean, the content is great. It's daily. So go on, please, show some support. Give the guy a follow. He definitely puts his all into it, and we here at Birds Fly Talk can respect that. So once again, Stefano, thanks again for jumping on the show. We really appreciate it, man. Hey, and good luck in week 4, just not tomorrow. All right? So anyway, this was Birds Fly Talk Part 1 of Faux Factor, Episode 3. We just talked to Stefano from nyg.territory on Instagram. Stay tuned because this is a huge matchup. So anyway, this was Kevin Taylor, Birds Fly Talk. We're talking Giants. We're talking Eagles. We're getting after it. It's week 3. Eagles home opener. I hope to see you at the game. Let's get lit. Let's get loud. And let's get a W. Kevin Taylor. Peace.